All right, pick 11. I don't really know their head coach that much. We got Malik Willis under center. I'm going to go with a guy who they could definitely use, and they've talked about before, who needs versatility, that has physicality to protect the quarterback. I'm going to go with the best guard in the draft, Vega Olawane from Penn State. Guy's a beast. He's going to be able to bolster up that run game and make Achane just a happy running back. I heard that there was some contract disputes and he may want a trade, actually. All in all, if you're really trying to build from the ground up, this is just another team that is on ground zero like the Cardinals. There's no identity, at least not anymore. Your identity used to be Mike McDaniels and speed and, Tua with his head injuries. That was kind of your identity. It wasn't a good one, but it was an identity, and now there's nothing left there. And so, man, I remember the days, the Dolphins were a team to look out for, man. Like, just offensively, they were on a different level, it seemed, on paper. They never really got it together. I mean, I think they made the playoffs a couple times, if I'm not mistaken, with Daniels. Or once, was it? We're going to go with pick 12 here for Dallas. They want to go with the best guy available. They want to win now. This is easy. Caleb Downs at 12. Yes, he's going to drop this low, I think. Who else is going to pick him, realistically, right? Like if, let's say, Giants get Styles here at 5, and then they want to go Downs at 10. That's a hardball move. I could definitely see that happening. I mean, Downs could go to 7. He can go to 8. I can see both of those. I could see 7 a lot more, actually, as opposed to making it all the way to 12. This would be a miracle here for the Cowboys, and so we're going to go with the Rams here. This is another one of my hot takes, man. And you know what? People are probably screaming at me in the comments, bro. Miami has such a razor thin. Why? They're like literally Tutu Atwell is probably starting there at Miami. Wide receiver position. I'm like, okay, I understand. I get it, okay? Don't burn me at the stake here. Miami's probably thinking they could get a wide receiver at 30, who they're comfortable getting. At 13, though, and this is where people are going to turn heads at me, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm going with Carnell Tate. Look, Devontae Adams is 33, last year of his contract. Puka Nacua, rehab, mental issues. I'm not saying they're not going to re-sign Puka Nacua to the biggest contract of all known history, because they're going to do it. He's that talented. But to learn from a veteran like Devontae still, it has to do wonders for this Rams offense. The other argument, if Tate doesn't make it here, I see Freeling going here. Pick 14, we got the Baltimore Ravens. This is an easy pick for me. This makes sense, especially after losing Tyler Linderbaum this past offseason. I'm going to go with Emmanuel Pregnon out of Oregon. This guy's a beast. He's going to give you coverage there at the whatever you need, left guard. He's primarily left guard, but if you need him at right, I'm sure you could do the switch. At center, he could play center as well. This just makes too much sense for Baltimore. You want to have a better run game than you did last year because it was complete crap. Derrick Henry, I had you on my fantasy, dude. What the heck? Lamar Jackson, he's not getting any younger. You need protection. You need to build in those trenches again because you lost a very pivotal piece in that O-line with Linderbaum. We're going to go with 15 here, all right? We're going to go with the most obvious pick, in my opinion. Ruben Bain is still on the board. I have him falling quite a bit, but we're going to pick him here. Dude's an animal. It's just the arm length is a really big concern, and his hand size. He has 1 percentile arm length. Like, his arms are literally I think 30 inches? I think his wingspan is 30 inches long. That's not good at all. I mean, he's going to have a really tough time grabbing bigger, stronger tackles in the league. And Todd Bowles is not going to be able to contain himself with this pick, especially since he's on the hot seat. They need to make the playoffs this year, or his job's done. They probably should have fired him this year, honestly. Get yourself an offensive guy, because Liam Cohen leaving there and your offense looking at like that, ugh. 16, we have the New York Jets. All right, let's see here. Aaron Glenn is wondering what he should do. Who does he want to shore up for this defense? I'm gonna go with one guy and one guy only. Gerard McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee. The first quarterback taken out of this draft, in my opinion, is going to be Gerard McCoy. Obviously, I mean, he didn't play this last year at all. 2025. His 24 tape is off the charts. He looks like Patrick Surtain, like that kind of level. A guy like Aaron Glenn, again, he's not concerned with McCoy's overall future health. He's concerned about his freaking job. Yeah, the safe pick here is Mansour Delane for sure. Dude, the dude's good. He's a good corner. But McCoy just has his upsides. It's just better. Plug him into that defense, especially after losing Sauce Gardner. I think this is a good steal right here for the Jets. If Tyson was still here, I'm taking that dude in a heartbeat because the Jets need wide receiver help along with Garrett Wilson. Here we have 17 with the Lions. I'm gonna go with a guy who could be a great help to the left side of their O-line. Just be a force in the run game. It's going to be Caden Proctor. I'm actually not really high up on Proctor as a prospect at all. I don't think he's going to translate into the NFL very well. But I still have him making this pick, so I'm sorry. 18, we have Minnesota. There's one pick that really, really makes sense in terms of fit. It's going to be Dylan Thielman. He's the best guy. He's the best prospect still on the board. Panthers. I'm going to go with one decision that will really help out your quarterback. I'm gonna go Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon. Just gives them another option over there, which they do need wide receiver. But having Sadiq here at the level that he's at versus the wide receivers that are left, like, man, you can go KC Concepcion for sure here. You can go Denzel Boston. But again, you have McMillan. I think tight end is just more suitable for this team. 20, we have the Cowboys. They could double up at cornerback here. I don't think they will with Delane here. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that they take Akeem Mesidor, Miami. You know, I'm going to be so upset if they do get this guy. Because, man, I was between him and Kendrick Folk. I think Mesidor, they want more pass rush, even though that D-line's already bolstered up. This guy's an immediate starter, someone who's just going to add maturity, patience, like ready to go, ready to run through a wall. I think I value Mesidor over Bain, over Reese. Like, that's how high up I am on this guy. So for the Cowboys to get him at 20, Downs at 12, man, I'm not a Cowboy fan, guys. I don't like the Cowboys. But this is how the board's falling, you know? I'm sorry. What the heck? Right here for Pittsburgh, I'm gonna go O-line, even though they do already have a good line. I'm gonna go with someone who I think could even go in the top 15. And that's gonna be Caleb Lamu, tackle out of Utah. I think this is a great fit. This is something that Steelers need to shore up that left side and just give protection to whoever's at quarterback, man. Like, is it going to be Rodgers? Is it going to be Will Howard? Is it going to be Ty Simpson? Now, you know, let's see how they shore up that position, man. 22, we have LA Chargers. I'm going to go with TJ Parker. The dude's getting slept on in this draft. I think he could be a force in the league. I think even a bigger force than Arvell Reese. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry, but I think it's true. Again, you know, this is my rival, my division rival. So the fit makes sense with Khalil Mack. Basically his last year there. You're shoring up the D-line more, getting more pass rush. You can argue that they go more O-line, but nonetheless, we're going to go pick 23 here. All right. Man, they need pass rush horribly bad. Jalen Phillips leaves. They're thinking about trading Carter. Go get yourself a guy who could just... I'm going to go with someone who I like a lot, actually, and would be a good fit for this team. Zion Young from Missouri. Look at this tape, man. He's long, he's lanky, he has speed, long arms, he has a knack for getting to the quarterback, he's really passionate about football. Yeah, this guy's going to be picked for them. They need a win now move, and this guy's it. Pick 24, we're back with Cleveland, man, and I don't have a wide receiver going until 13 all the way to 24. Top 3 I've already picked. All right, there's a little bit of a drop off for sure in terms of pure talent and pure upside. KC Concepcion. I feel good about this pick. Right next to Jerry Jeudy. Gonna shore up that wide receiver room. 25. I actually had Dexter Lawrence come in here a couple days ago. Then he got traded to the Bagels. I had to change that. They want to shore up the D-line position. They're probably looking at pass rusher and thinking to themselves, there's not really anybody worth. Like, if TJ Parker was still here, I think they'd get him in a heartbeat. Kendrick Folk, I mean, I have him falling. I think they're gonna go pick who they think is the best D tackle in the draft, and I mean there hasn't been one picked yet. I'm gonna go with Caden McDonald from Ohio State. high character guy. I would love to have this guy on the Raiders. This is my, if he were to fall to 36, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even think about it. Just send in the pick. He's not making it past the first round, unfortunately. 25 here for the Chicago Bears. 26, we have the Buffalo Bills. There's a couple of ways that we can go here. We still have that safety out of Toledo. We still have Delane here, right here. Emmanuel McLeod. This makes a lot of sense for Buffalo, man. Oh, man. They're missing one piece that they can get right here. And that's a true X wide receiver. We're going Denzel Boston here to Buffalo. 27, we have San Francisco. I'm thinking O-lineman here for sure. Or I'm thinking receiver, because that room isn't as strong as people think it is. You know, you want a Trent Williams replacement for sure, but it's like, can you get that in later rounds? I'm sure you can. I'm going to go with a really risky pick here. I'm going to go Max Allenanker from Arizona State. We don't know. I don't know if he can make the transition to right to left tackle, sorry. He has the frame, he has the athleticism. He's only exclusively played right tackle, and so that's a big question mark, man. I don't know. Like, I just see a fit here. I do. For some reason, I do. Like, this guy could go in the top 20 for all I'm concerned, you know? But yeah. Let's see how that falls. They can go a couple of different ways. We got 28, the Houston Texans. Oh wait, hold up. Ring. The phone is ringing. It's running crazy, okay? We have a trade here, all right? For the Texans 28 pick, there is a team that really wants a certain somebody. We have a team who's not even picking in the first round of this year that wants to come up and get their cornerback of the future. Green Bay is trading their second round pick and their third round pick for the Texans 28. Specifically Green Bay, that's 52 and 84 for 28. We have Green Bay on the clock. They're going to pick Mansour Delane. They need a cornerback horribly bad. Like, it's not even a joke bad. This guy fell so far in the draft, and they don't want a team like the Seahawks or Miami picking him up. And so they jumped the gun right here. We have the Cardinals at 29. If there's going to be a trade here, I would have thought it was going to be the Jets, because the Cardinals are here at 29. As much as the Jets need a quarterback of the future, I don't think they're going to trade up for it. As much as they do need it. I think Aaron Glenn, in his delusion, really thinks that Geno Smith is going to take them to the promised land. And to trade up for a guy in Ty Simpson is just kind of, I don't know. I don't have that on my bingo card for the Jets. I really don't. The Jets pick at 33. They might be a little worried the Jets get him if a Ty just kind of falls in their lap. A couple of teams in play for him. The Steelers for sure. Cardinals. I think the Cardinals need him more than anybody. They're going to get who they think could be the quarterback of their future, Ty Simpson at 29 for the Arizona Cardinals. We have Miami here at pick 30. All right. Let's see here. They're going to go with the obvious pick. They need wide receiver. And this guy fell all the way down here by a miraculous miracle, it seems. Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver out of Indiana. We have 31, the Patriots. They could do with O-line. They could do with wide receiver. They probably would have hoped Denzel was going to drop over here. A.J. Brown is in play, but that seems, again, like a June 1st kind of trade for the Eagles. These guys just got out of the Super Bowl. What is something that is just a glaring issue for this team, really? They could definitely use edge rusher. Kendrick Folk hasn't been picked. He falls right into their lap at 31. Wow. He fell far. We have 32, the Seahawks, man. There's only been 2 cornerbacks taken in this draft right here, which I want to say there's at least 4 that go. But this seems like an easy pick. We're going to go Colton Hood out of Tennessee. And this is how the draft falls, man. Wow.